that I have about it. Now let's put everything together, connect them together quickly. Okay, we talked about this, we talked about this. In my book, I only started talking about locations. I have a lot of research about time. I know what time approximately they come and they go, earthquakes come and go, hurricanes come, because they're all related to the planets. If you look at the planets, you can figure it out. Anyways, let's go to this. Okay, location. Okay, we have specific things in mathematics. There are dots that they have coordinates. Then we have lines and arcs. In human size, the line is straight, but in wider areas is an arc. And what does the arc have? It's a circle. It has a center, just to let you know. So circles, triangles, and squares, and these are the shapes, and those are specific dots. I call it special geometric shapes. And there's a Sha'Z square and those things that we were talking about. Okay, then we have triangles, and there are more shapes, but these are the basic ones. I'll just go with the basic. You've seen that our ancestors knew something about it. That's why they created that. Why they put Leo in that season? It's astrology. Why those planets change and it affects our mental actually and our life? It's all this connection. So the planets move, it creates some sort of electromagnetic or something in that time that we are born. Our aura is not complete, so we absorb those kind of energies somehow, and then in a few days the aura will complete and we don't absorb more, and those sits in our mind. Interesting. Anyways, let's go to the things. There are some mystic areas. We talked about it: Bermuda Triangle, Alaska Triangle. We also have this Bridgewater Triangle in United States, Lake Michigan Triangle in the United States, the Nevada Triangle in United States, in Nevada, half of it. And then we have the largest missing person cluster. Yes, it's inside Nevada Triangle. We have Bigfoot area. It's not inside Nevada Triangle. It's a bit higher. Most of the places it's a bit higher, which we will talk about it later. Skinwalker Ranch. It's not in the Nevada Triangle. Sorry. Okay. Then we have this natural spots, the Death Valley inside Nevada Triangle. As a matter of fact, it's on the border of it. The largest gold mines in America. All three of them are in Nevada. Sedona vortexes, Devil's Tower. Who remembers Devil's Tower? The movie, right? Area 51. Area 51 is not important. The Groom Lake is important. It's a natural spot. Think about that. Okay, then we have a lot of incidents. Mr. Donner. Mr. Donner was a sailor. He was the captain of the ship. He goes inside your room, he locks the door, he never comes out. People, after 1 hour or 2 hours, midnight, what does it tell you? Sun. Midnight, they go there, they knock the door, it's not answering, they break in, the door was locked from inside. There's a small window, he could not get out. There's nothing else there. It just disappeared. What happened on the surface? It disappeared from one place to another place. Why there? I don't know the mechanic. If there's nothing else, that's the only actually answer I came up with. Anyways, Northwest Flight 2501. This is in Lake Michigan. 1 hour before landing, he announces, hey, everything's fine. We will be there on time, right? Never reaches. Then two officers, police officers come out and they say, hey, you know what? We saw an orange UFO in that vicinity going around for a certain amount of time. You gave me the answer. Okay, the Eli, Nevada UFO crash. This UFO crash. One thing is that why UFOs crash with that high technology? Have you ever asked that yourself? Because they're miscalculating in their portal when they want to go in or come out. It has nothing to do with the radar, all this. No, I checked the hours. Interesting. Then Lauren Elder Air Force Canada. This one is the United States Air Force. From California goes to Area 51. Crashes. Guess where? Mount Charleston, right in the top. Why? It's a specific area. A 7-year-old boy disappeared while he was with his family from Henderson. Goes over there with his family. They're having fun. Same area. And suddenly the boy is just playing the other side, disappears. Several days searching. They couldn't find it until today. Not today, until the time that I was listening. Okay? They couldn't find it. What happened? Almost the same area this plane crashed. Stephen Kabaki, who knows the case? Lake Michigan. This guy was just hiking, suddenly disappears. 15 months later, 720 kilometers later, somewhere else, he just wakes up on the ground. I don't remember nothing. He just had some items which doesn't belong to him. Then he goes to his desk, knocks the door. Hi. They all thought he's dead 15 months ago. That's a bonus. If you have time, we talk about it. Let's talk about the Bridgewater Triangle. This is the triangle. These are some places. Okay, I'm not going to go through this. Just going to go fast about it. At first glance, they're not related. These are not even inside the triangle. This is inside. These ones are on the line, right? How about this? When I draw the circle, this is called the circumcenter. It connects these three corners together. Now these two are on the line. It's not just that. How about this circle? How about these lines? Who knew that they are connecting with each other and the center is almost connected to the intersection? Now, this information should help us to predict something. If I cannot find patterns, how can I predict? These two lines are patterns. You can see them. You can see them, right? What about the third one? So now you can figure it out, right? And guess what? If you connect that to the center, it reaches exactly to the intersection of these two. So this place is a specific place that something might happen later, or it already happened, which we don't know. Okay, let's go to Lake Michigan quickly. These are a lot of things happening over there. There's a boat here that they found out, and they don't know why it was upside down. They don't know if it collided. They don't know what happened to it. Right over there. This is the other boat. This is where the U.F.O. Michigan U.F.O. happened. Amazing. All these people announced that, hey, we saw the U.F.O. It was in this area. This is where the boy disappeared. Anyways, this is where the airplane, 1 hour before landing, just announced it, and it just got disappeared. Where an object actually crashed this area. It was going that way. Guess where this line goes? To this corner. It just crashed a little bit earlier. There are a lot of other things. Okay, let me show this. I just talked about these ones. Okay, now this is my favorite topic. Question: what happened to Stephen Kawaki? You have no clue. Nobody has. Don't worry. I'm looking for that for like 8 years now. I'm going to show you only two of them. Rosbella here, exactly in the middle of this line. Exactly in the middle of this line. This angle is 90 degrees. Interesting, huh? How about this one? Steamer Lady here. How come? This is exactly the same distance on that. This is the same. Both of them are parallel with each other. Okay. Now, if you draw some circles, you see that these circles, there are connections. Look at these two dots. They're exactly the same distance to the center. A lot more. This one and that one and this one are the same distance with this. And the white circle is what I explained. And some of these dots, like this one and this one, are natural places. Okay, this is one of my favorites. This is the UFO place, UFO Michigan. Here, Air Force F, this airplane, as soon as it took off, it crashed. No reason. Everything was checked. They have to come up with some answers, right? To get some money from the government. Hey, we work hard. We are scientists. They found a lot of things, but no. Look at this line. Guess what? When you continue the line, that's the intersection, and that's where the airplane crashed. So somehow this portal opened, or this focal point, and pulled it down. And guess what? When it pulls down, it rotates. Okay, Devil's Tower, exactly in the continuum of this border. Okay. Can I play the song again? No? Nevada Triangle. Let's go quickly. James Fawcett, 2007, crash. He was expert. The Gambler Special here. Death Valley here. US, we talked about this. Area 51 S4. I love S4. It's a specific area. So this is between Las Vegas, Fresno, and Reno. When I put these things together, after 5-6 years, I don't find much information. Everything is a little off. I didn't know what to do. So finally, my daughter says, hey, look at it from another perspective. So I changed. I found out that if I move this angle a little bit, like 50 miles, just 50 miles up. The other things doesn't change much, right? But the shapes that come out is much nicer. That's it. So this center is there, and look at the lines. I'm not going through it. In my book, I have a lot of lines, and you can see that they are same distances, same angles, same. I'll just show a few of them here. Now, here comes the part that I like. Skinwalker Ranch, Sedona, on a circle centered at that place. So they have same distances, but that's not just these ones. This is the Eli. This is James Fawcett, same distance. So how come the same distance and on a straight line? There's mathematics, geomathematical involved. These are what I'm talking about. That's the Devil's Tower. There's more than this. You will be impressed. This is called black, by the way. Okay. This is Sha'Z, what? Sha'Z mystic line. The star, which is the center of that circle, the center of the circle, and the center of the circle are on a straight line. Sha'Z mystic line. Interesting, right? Ready for this? Same proportion. I didn't choose what's the Nevada Triangle. I just changed a little bit higher, a little bit changed, like 50 miles. I didn't change this. I didn't pick that Bridgewater Triangle. Look at the proportion. There's a reason. These circles and triangles, they mean a lot now. You can figure it out, but let's go further. There's another sample on Earth, in space. We already have that. The most interesting part is this. A solar eclipse occurs because the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, and the sun is exactly 400 times further from Earth. That's why you have this shape. So it gives me the idea of 400 miles or 400 something. This place is like half of this. When you split into 400, these are the areas that comes up. I call these areas, all 7 of them, Sha'Z areas, mystic areas. That's why my book is Sha'Z, mystic lines and areas. Okay, so now I cannot go all of them, so I picked this one only here. Skinwalker Ranch again. Skinwalker Ranch, 400 miles. Sedona. Who knew that Skinwalker Ranch has the same distance to Sedona as to Las Vegas, as to S4, as to Star, and to Devil's Tower? Why they're all related to each other? And the same numbers. Who's impressed? You like that. Okay, I have a few more slides. You want to bear with me? Yeah. Now comes the Skinwalker Ranch. This is for the first time I'm announcing it. I'm showing this for the first time. It's all because of my friend, actually, Chris, that asked me to just talk about Skinwalker Ranch. It's just published couple weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. Look at these blocks. Who chose these blocks? These are so many of them are squares. I found relations between them, by the way. Anyways, this is a long time ago. But at the first glance, for decades, all the scientists are looking at this. They could not find anything. They go into the soil, they dig. They say, oh, don't dig. They do this, they do that. Oh, don't touch this, don't touch that, right? Homestead 1, what has it to do with Homestead 2? Or Homestead 3? What are these things, right? When you look at it, the first glance is hard to find, see. But because I have that eyeglass on me, I easily looked at it and I found something. Ready for this? There's a curve here, exactly from this line all the way to this line. It's a part of a circle, and that's the center. And if you draw the circle, this intersection is where the land changes. Let me show you a better view of that. This is where the land changes. This is where the land changes. And you see the curve over there. Why? Why the earth is like that kind of curve over there in that spot? And why it exactly changes, anyways, on the border of the land. The Navajos, all those people knew something. Let me go from here, sacred stone. Remember the stone that are stuck around each other? They don't know who did it and why. Homestead 1, the triangle that they think is very mysterious, and they found this a portal on top of it, which you should find more in the other places. This is the biosensor bait. There was something there that added this on top of it. We have Homestead 2, we have Homestead 3. So we'll love this one. Ready for this? Look at the distances. Bam. Same angles, 30 degrees.
You need to call the History Channel.
They need to call me. I'm running away. I'm just a curious person playing with these things. This dot, and this dot are on the line, on the circle. This one is on the black one. Interesting, right? What about those other two? Do you see anything special here? Okay, let me go further quickly. It's 90 degrees. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
This one to here is exactly 90, it's parallel with the equator. This is exactly 180. It goes straight to the north. Is that it? No. This is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. The average is about 28 and a half. It did not exactly 90 degrees. That's about like 500 degrees difference. Just see who's paying attention. Anyways, they're like about 91 degrees, 90 and a half, 89 and a half, very close to 90 degrees. Right? Why? Is that it? No. These are exactly parallel lines. Homestead 2, Homestead 3, Homestead 1. The people, whoever built Homestead 1 and Homestead 3, they knew something. They didn't just found a place with some trees built over there. No, they built it, they planted the trees grew. That's why we have trees here and other stuff. Okay, look at this. For the first time you're seeing this. You should have watched yourself to be here, not being lazy or late. Just kidding. Okay, now this is interesting now. This is almost the last part. These distances are in purple lines. This distance and this one is almost a straight line. This is almost a straight line. This one is not. I mean, it goes up. The distances and also the angles, look, it's going up, 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 and the last one's like this. This gives me a pattern. This is just a bonus I put in this book. Ready for this? When you put the distances, there is a pattern there. And there's a formula. If there's not pattern, the Excel will not give you a formula. Cannot find it. There's a formula. You put 1, it gives you the first distance. You put 2, implement 2 in the X, it gives you the second one. You put the 3, it gives you the third one. You put the 4, it gives you the fourth one. You put 5, it gives you this one. What if you put 6? It gives you the next one. I did, by the way. These are the angles. Look, up, down, up, down. What's the next one? Up. There's a pattern. Also, there's a formula. This is the trend line. It gives you the formula. You put 1, it gives you this angle. You put 2, it gives you the other one. So what if I put the number 5? Don't worry, you're going to sit down and do it. I did it. Guess what? These are the numbers. So in this mile from here, somewhere around with this distance, there is something. And that's the angle. When you put them together, that's the spot. So there is something here. It's probably one of those focal points. UFOs come on these spots. There's a question, why we have a lot of UFOs in Skinwalker Ranch? Why people get confused? Why all the electronic devices get malfunctions specific times? It answers all your questions, many of the questions. Why the rocket, when I shoot up, it explodes in that place? What is that 1.6 gigahertz actually, or megahertz, I don't remember. I think it was megahertz. Frequency. Why it sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so there. You want to know more? Also 30 degrees. You want to know more? 90 degrees about. You want to know more? No more, no more. Okay, how about this? I have 2 more things and I'm done. This is Strawberry River Inn. A lot of paranormal things happening there. This is a lake over there. It's natural place. Now let's go back. If I continue this, The next one is going to be higher, right? Guess where it is? It's in that lake, approximately. So I chose that one, and I noticed that this is Sha'Z's principal line. They are parallel with this line, but not exactly. There's a line between this spot to somewhere in the middle that connects the second, is more parallel. Either I made a mistake, it's a little bit lower, or this calculations is a mistake. I don't know. There's another thing, Skinwalker path. Who knows the Skinwalker path or trail? They said that skinwalkers, they have a trail that's where they walked. It's from somewhere near this and above the Skinwalker Ranch. That's where the path is. And the direction is southwest to northeast. Skinwalker path. Okay, I found a lot of other things. Okay, let me show you the last ones. Now, this is the triangle. I don't want to explain how I came up with this. This is the triangle, Utah Triangle. This is what I came up with. That's how I introduce you. This is the lines, the gray lines. This is the center. This is the circle, and these are the dots. And that's the Utah Triangle. And look, this is as a bonus, I put this here. It's in my book also, but Eli UFO incident. Eli, sorry. My friend's name is Eli. I don't know. Eli. There's a crop circle here appeared. It's called Utah crop circle. There's another crop circle there, and they are on a line. And that line is exactly parallel, very close to this line. Guess what is the, I heard that. Sorry. This is the Skinwalker, this is a crop circle near this Utah Triangle. Look at the shape. Compare that with this.
Wow.
Okay, so there are 5 actually slides on this. This is the last one. There was a reward question. Any question? Anybody knows what happened to this? We understand in this session that it looks like this guy disappeared here to there. Is there a connection? Is there a relation? Well, let's find out quickly. This is Stephen Kabaki. This is here. He appeared here, Petersfield, Massachusetts. What's the relation? Well, let's find out.
Oh my goodness.
Your goodness, not mine. Look at this. Ready? Bam. It's almost on this gray line. You can see the connection. This distance, the proportion is almost the same. Anyways, the center is here. The center of this, right? I guess where that is the intersection between Sha'Z, what's it called? The principal line and that line. Interesting, right? And guess where that place is? Remember, I had 6 areas. That's the second. Exactly. From here is the same distance. That's.
Oh,
So
wow.
come up with this in your mind. If you can sleep tonight, hope you can. So guess what? This is called black.
Yeah.
So first of all, I appreciate that you waited all this time and listened to me. I hope this information helped you to understand and solve some of your mysteries and answer some of your questions. I again appreciate that you gave me a little bit of your time.